What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with an all new episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let's get into it. So Suki's on a date with Little Bear and just, trying to have a good night, trying to get away from the whole arrest thing, and just, her court case is coming up. She's really trying to have a good time and good vibes all around. Finding out that her Instagram got banned of an illicit video that was connected to her Instagram. Her OnlyFans video, but obviously she posted a clip of it and got banned. So now it's definitely cutting off the time. Not even cutting off the time, but it's definitely hindering her into, using for her grand opening. So now her lawyers are trying to get the page back. But she's all, I'm good, I'm good. I'm gonna have you and my mama fix it. We good. So we get Ace. Ace is going to work out with his nephew. His nephew is so adorable, and they have a good relationship. He plays football. Ace went to the high school that his nephew is currently going. So now, they're just talking, chatting up, and now they talking about the time that his nephew was profiled while waiting for his white hood friends outside the house. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm waiting for my friend." "Are you ready to rob me?" Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Get out of my face with that shit. No, 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 for real. Get out of the face with that shit, because where I'm at right now, there's a whole lot of cars around me, and every time me and my husband are walking past this one woman's car, she always tries to make sure she steps outside and honks, or no, she steps outside and makes sure it's locked. I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about your car. I don't give a damn. And why are you trying to make it seem as if my husband or us is trying to do something to your damn car? We don't care. I don't like that shit. Get away from me. How old are we? How old are we, and what time are we in that a person can't just walk by a car? Or how old are we to not feel like it's normal or not normal to wait for my friend outside their house? I'm casing the place. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Are you asking for me to case your place? Are you asking for me to rob you? I could definitely do it. Get out my face. I don't like that shit. Either way. So obviously Ace is trying to tell his nephew there are gonna be multiple instances that sometimes women will feel more threatened than they need to be. But that is the price to pay of being a black man in America. But at the end of the day, it feels like just keep your head up, learn what you need to learn, respect what you need to be respected, and find a woman that can keep your ass grounded. Because obviously Ace is giving truth to he was a lot of things. And when she definitely grounded him, definitely gave him the support on trying to be that stand-up man that he could be, all the way down to him not being there while she was going through her panic attack, because he did not know how to approach it. He did not know how to help her, so he felt like he dropped the ball on that. And he not have a positive role model to know how to do with it, because he was raised to not show feelings. He was raised to not cry. He was raised to not, ask, why am I feeling like this? He was raised to suck it up and man up. Flow. So ever since she told Marlon that they need a break, it's kind of been hard. So she's been at home with the kids, and he's been staying with a friend. But considering the fact they both own the restaurant, it's kind of hard to be apart from each other. She really can't believe that Marlon cheated on her, but she feels also betrayed by her sister keeping that information and also getting paid by that information. So after her sister has been ducking and dodging her, she called her up and and convinced her to come to the restaurant so they have a full-on face-to-face conversation and get this shit aired out. So obviously, her sister pops up and say, "What's up? You tell me you got more proof of me." She said, "Yeah, I do. I need for Marlon to stop lying he fucked my girl. I need to stop lying." Marlon was sweating like bricks. Either it was hot or he was really nervous about some truth that was coming out. So either way, you fucked my girl. I'm lying. We got this information from you. You fucked my girl left and right. So obviously, Flo was looking at her man like, "Did you cheat?" He's not even answering the question. While Gael was pretty much saying he did. So at the end of the day, it gets even more of a mess when Gael mentioned the fact that he touched her butt. And she's like, "What? What do you mean you touched her butt? It was by accident." By accident? How the fuck you touched her butt by accident? Here he goes. Well, I went to her house, and she had on this dress, one of the dresses you like to wear, I guess, and her hair was down, so look at you from the back. Marlon, that's bullshit. I don't believe that. You have been married to Flo for 13 years. You should have known how your wife looks from the back. You should know exactly how her ass goes left and right from the back. That should have been implanted in your brain. So how the hell could you not find a difference? Her and her sister don't, they're sisters, you can tell, but they don't look alike like that. They're not that close in looks, not that much. They have different shapes. Get the fuck out of here. That was a bullshit ass answer, which makes me feel like you are fucking lying. So obviously, she's like, listen. But the one thing that I'm mostly mad about is you. How the hell you my sister, but you accepting money from this man? What's going on here? Listen, I wanted to keep telling you, but the moment that I wanted to keep telling you, he stopped paying me. So basically, she turned around and say, "So you stopped paying her because she knew she was gonna tell me. That's why you paid her to keep quiet for me." So I'm like, hey, because it still wasn't a full explanation as to why she took the money. But since she was pretty much, paid hush money, and the time that she was about to stop taking hush money, she started to say, "I'ma tell, I'ma tell." Obviously, she's like, when are you going to stop lying? When are you going to stop cheating? When are you going to stop? And then, he leaves. I'm done. I'm not doing all this. She throws a water bottle at him and makes it. So now she's like, listen, it's really coming down to you being my sister. Why would you do this to me? And she's like, maybe I'm fucked up. Hence why I took the money. But your husband's a liar. And of course, she definitely talked about how this is not the first time that someone has told you about Marlon, but you always want to be defensive and say that's not true, that's not true. But this is definitely proof that you got your husband telling this lying ass story about not recognizing you from the back, and then you got her saying he fucked my girl. Either way, with the sister, it is on some grimy shit. How you can keep a secret like that from your sister in order to keep hush money? You for real? Don't do no. You're not a sister if you're gonna accept money to keep a secret like that from me. No. So obviously she tells her to leave, and she said, listen, you have to, her husband's trying to give her this, basic ass line. You have to believe me, you have to believe me. She don't believe you. Suki. She's having lunch with Bobby to let her know what's going on with her grand opening and how her Instagram got deleted. So Bobby's like, what's going on with your grand opening? How's that going? Well, it's going good, but apparently, I'm done fighting, with the court case. I'm done fighting. I'm supposed to elevate myself. I'm not supposed to be fighting with these hoes. She said, good, you good. You're not supposed to. So the whole thing about her Instagram being deleted. And he's like, how's that going? My lawyer is trying to get the page back, but it's definitely conflicted with my grand opening. And Bobby said she had over 500,000 followers, and I don't think she'll get that back by the time Friday comes, because it takes a lot to build that. Bobby understands that because during the pandemic, he also created OnlyFans, and I noticed that his account got deleted too, because he posted something that was on his OnlyFans. He posted a clip on Instagram and got deleted. So he knows how long it takes to build that back. You're following. And he realized that he took it for granted. While he was making really good money on OnlyFans, he also forgot where it led to him getting on OnlyFans. Instagram is a place for you to expand your brand, expand your business, a way for people to reach out to you. He said he lost branding deals. He lost information on how to get appeared on bookings, bookings on appearances. And it is, once you put that shit out there online, it is no coming back. So at the same point in time, getting booked, how am I going to get booked if nobody can contact me on Instagram? So he definitely wants Suki to realize this is a very serious thing. But Suki is like, no, it's all good. Either I'm going to make this money. Either way I'm going to make it. Doesn't matter. But he said, no, it is a big deal. Because I don't know if Suki is relying on her persona alone that she's going to get the money, or she's relying on OnlyFans that's going to be the one to carry her. But at the same point in time, Suki, you was trying to be mainstream. You was trying to be an artist. You was trying to be a serious artist. So how can you be so nonchalant about something that your Instagram being taken when that is the foreground, the whole entire, the spark that connects you to being Sukiyana? You can't just be accepted as an OnlyFans. That's no. They're not gonna know how to market that. Trina has her first lesson watching her niece. This was really funny. Joy don't know what the hell to do. They don't know how to understand baby language. I thought it was really funny. I don't think Trina is ready for kids, even though she has been recently engaged to Raymond. Congratulations. But no, even though I've always thought that Trina make a good mom, but the fact that she did not know how to prepare to change her nieces, it was funny. It was funny how she was having to prepare her niece. But obviously, it just came down to a point of, if you had time back then, would you have done it? She said, when I first started out in my career, I don't think I knew how to balance it. And obviously this is still something kind of happening in the media, happening with female artists, on how it was unheard of that you can have a baby and still have a career. It was unheard of course, but nowadays, yes, women are still, making rounds, having babies, having families, and still making their money and going to the studio that they want to do. But I think in Trina's case, she's not ready. But in it, there's no shame. And she said, her reasoning have not changed. And if it doesn't happen, she's cool. And I'm not mad at that. There is no rush or timeline for you to have kids. If you want to, cool. If you don't, it is completely okay. It really is. Sheila is meeting with her sister to talk about what's going on with her mom. Obviously, same old, same old. They know how their mom is. And obviously, it definitely have affected her anxiety of learning how to fit in. Since she was the only black kid in that household, she did not know how to fit in, know her place. And obviously, I don't think that there was even a conversation as to how she was different in her household. But then, of course, she has a very close relationship with her sister because she can understand her. And now, considering the fact that her upbringing is different than her husband's, she feels the constant anxiety to fit in, but she doesn't know how. And she doesn't feel it from his family. If you are crying, trying to have a conversation, if you are, yeah, crying, expressing yourself, you are considered weak. You're not considered hard. You're not considered tough. And they'll write you off, talk about you. I'm so sick of that notion. I'm so sick of that notion. I really am. I don't care where you come from. If you are feeling some type of way, I will be here to help you understand where it's coming from. There is no gender. There is no there is no way to specify how someone is feeling based on their gender. And at the same point in time, y'all obviously are trying to paint that women has to be hard too. Women can be emotional too. Women can have feelings. Women can have anxiety. We are emotional creatures. Okay, we wear our heart on our sleeve. We carry emotions in every single way possible. So the fact that you want to tell someone they need to suck it up or you're not real, you're not hard, is bullshit to me. And Sheila, don't try to force yourself to fit in with his family. Ace needs to love you for who you are, and that's all that needs to matter. Y'all are a family. You ain't got to worry about his family trying to accept you. At the end of the day, it's up to Ace to figure out if he wants to invite his family into your life if they don't know how to accept you. Because at the end of the day, it's Ace that accepts you. You don't need to please nobody. You need to change your ways. You don't need to. I don't like that at all. But at the same point in time, she doesn't want to constantly put the pressure on her husband to obviously always know where she's feeling and where she's coming from if he doesn't know how to approach it. But since he is there being a listening ear, she's going to talk to her therapist about her anxiety. Trust me, I have anxiety like a motherfucker. And this is draining. When you feel like you've done all you can and it doesn't get met, it makes you feel like, is it me? Am I the problem? No, you're not the problem. M.I.A is sitting in her room feeling depressed because, oh, my sniffling. Because with everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks, the whole thing with trying to find a better relationship or an understanding of healing with her father, her mom, she really thought it was going to make the movies. Mom and dad living on the same roof, family, no. Her mom doesn't want to even try to take a step into healing. It's making her feel bad because her mom is feeling bad. So she is obviously doesn't know what to do. So she goes on Instagram Live and expresses her feelings. She said, hey, y'all, I'm just feeling so unmotivated. I'm feeling so lackluster. And she admitted things more than she have ever admitted before. She admitted she was homeless from 23 to 24 because she was embarrassed. Like, I'm trying to be this international superstar while I'm living out in my car. I cannot believe I was doing that. She was so embarrassed to talk about it, but she realized that she has lost herself and she's trying to gain it. So with everything with Alan, they good, but they on different timelines and it's kind of hard to keep it together. And she lost her faith. She lost her, voice in her music, which was her outlet to speak into how she wants to be. So she's going to get out of her funk. She's like, listen, I need to get back to finding M.I.A. I'm so sick and tired of not reliving myself, and I need to find out who M.I.A is. I need to find it. So she's going to pick herself up out the bed and go to the studio with this Dominican Republic who reached out, sent her a beat, and hopefully she can find the real M.I.A again. This is still in the same scene. So she's in the studio. She sees her engineer. She hasn't seen him in a minute. He sends her the beat. Obviously, this beat is called Dempo, which is a Dominican Republic. Obviously, I don't know why I'm going like this, but it's a Dominican Republic beat, that dance beat, but also has African sounds, African drums, which is a very pretty good mix of combo and beats. So she said, this is the biggest trend that's happening. This could definitely transfer me to be an international. Let's do it. So I love the beat. I love it. So she was in the booth and she was trying to get the motive, get the rhythm, but excuse me. But she was overanalyzing, overthinking, and then she just took a breath, psyched herself up, and said, listen, just feel the music and go ahead and do it. So, took a breath, went inside, and did the thing. I love the beat. I love the song. I love the way she was rapping. Mueve it then, 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 mueve it then. Hey, I loved it. It was such a good song, such a good dance beat. And obviously she feels like she's transitioning into becoming an indie artist, where she has to pay for her own studio, pay for her own video, pay for her own branding. She has to pay for all the equipment. She has to pretty much reinvest in herself and making music she wants to make. But she said, no, let's get it. Suki decides to cancel her grand opening because there is no way that she'll be able to bring her followers back in time for her grand opening. So while her cousin Isaiah is damn near almost done decorating for the store, she pretty much say, listen, I'm going to stop all that because it's not happening. He said, what you mean it's not happening? Well, the grand store is not opening. What you mean? What happened? Well, my Instagram got deleted. For what? Huh? For what? Well, I mean, this Instagram constantly deleting accounts. But he's really trying to understand because what's going on with the list and everything. He's like, no, I'm not going to do it. This is my shit, and this is not going to work. But he feels like, first to fuck off, I'm the one that came out here to help you. Well, first of all, she wanted to check him and say, in the confessional, her mom was the one that wanted to hire him. But at the same point in time, so you're not being considerate the fact that Isaiah left Atlanta, quit his job, and come and help you open a store, and now you're going to pretty much say what he did was for nothing? What he did was for nothing, that helping you out, and you feel like, no, it's all cool. But you don't want to even give him the full reasoning why this isn't open. Or why? Because you actually are trying to are definitely feeling the brunt of your actions. Your actions are you posted a 10-second clip or 5-second clip of you in this porn scene with your fiance, and your ass got tagged, and not tagged, your ass got disabled. And now you have to eat that shit. But you don't want to hear him say it because he thinks you playing the game. You like playing games? This isn't a game. I don't have nothing to hold me over this. You have something to hold over this. I don't. I don't have no bills. I have no money to pay my bills. But then she wants to say, listen, just come back in a month. This will all be good. He don't have time to come back in a month. He did not have all his ducks in a row when he just whisked away and quit his job just like that to come and help you. And you're not even going to consider finding a way for him to still make money, for him to still, help him out, because I don't think she was paying him in the midst of him, decorating for the store, putting all the clothes up. No, because the store don't start making money unless it's open. So he doesn't get his paycheck until he actually starts selling stuff. But then he's like, listen, I did all this shit for you. What about me? But then she said, listen, you got this. This is not going to happen. I got all this. I got this. This is all going to be good. Don't worry about it. Worry about it. Are you serious? You don't even believe in the bitch. He said, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you're not understanding where I'm coming from. I'm the one that left here with no backup plan. You got a backup plan. I don't. I'm just saying, let's wait. No, let's not wait. And what I understood where he was coming from, and I wasn't even mad that he popped the balloons either, because you're not even being considerate to his feelings. He the one that came out here to help you, and you're not even seeing where he coming from because you feel like, nah, it's all good, it's all good. No, it's not all good, Suki. You probably are still receiving checks from OnlyFans. He's not receiving nothing. Nothing. He probably barely has 2 sticks to rub together. How you gonna pay for his shit? And you gonna say, just come back in a month. He probably didn't want to come back to your ass right now because you're not even taking this seriously. And this is the part where you can't just say, it's all good, it's all good. No, it's not all good. When you want to be treated seriously, you have to feel what other people's going through, and you have to feel what your actions have done. You don't want to break down and feel like the things that you've done isn't repercussions. Everything is not a game, Suki. You was not being considerate to how Isaiah felt. I did not like that at all. I really didn't. I'm like, you were not even being considerate to how he's feeling. It's all about you in this moment. All right, fine, Suki. Fine, Suki. Fine. Flo. So Flo is slowly but steady trying to, get her beauty bar opened. So trying to keep her mind up because she just still cannot believe that her husband cheated on her, and she still cannot believe that her sister held it from her. So obviously her sister came by and said, you got more proof that my husband cheats? She said, I do. I convinced the girl to talk to you. So she calls the girl. The girl said, hello, hello. Hey, sweetie, don't call me sweetie. So what's up? I'm listening. All right, so it happened on a Monday. We were in the VIP lounge, and we started having drinks, but he was also talking about how you were always busy, you always on the go, you never have time for him. He's always the one taking care of the kids. And next thing I knew, he was eating me on the table, but there was no penetration. All that bleeping, I'm like, was he fingering you, or was he was cunnilingus? He was eating your ass. He was eating you out. Okay, but she was pretty much, saying that there was no penetration, and that was it. And she apologizes to her. She apologized to her, and after that, she felt like, why couldn't you just tell me? Why couldn't you just say it from the beginning? Why couldn't you just call me up and find out? And now here she goes, starts to cry and say, I know your ass is not motherfucking crying. I didn't know how to come to you. And I know how to tell you that I slept with your husband. She's like, either fucking way, bitch. You know. You should know. And you doing this in her restaurant. This is a very obvious restaurant that her and her husband knows. And your husband is a fucking dirt. Your husband's a fucking dirtbag for even allowing that to happen. He's a part of the. He's a part owner of your restaurant. Why would he want to do that? Really? You feel like he could pay everybody to shut up? So she's cussing at her and say she's still a fucking bitch. But Gael's like, don't give her all that. Get out your husband. No, she's still a bitch because she knew who my husband was and she knew who I was. So why the hell would she still want to come in my face and say, I'm sorry. No, bitch. You knew the fuck what she was doing. And then, it's all about left. It was going left and right, left and right. She said, you need to check your man. Check your man. No, check your friend, because she knew who the fuck she was. She knew the fuck he was doing. She should have never walked in there. She should have left. She should have left. Nothing else should have been down. So her phone drops. And said, bro, my phone. I don't give a fuck about your phone. You can buy all types of fucking phones. I don't give a fuck. It was just a whole lot of this. And then she feels like that. I don't know why Gaia wants to break my relationship. Is she jealous of my relationship? I don't think she's jealous of it. I think she wants you to wake up. Wake up. The man that she fell in love with has been a dog-ass nigga this entire time. He was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't think she's jealous. I can't say that. But I think the fact that Gael knows so much about your husband's secrets and was willing to be quiet for them for money, that makes me think about, what do she have to do to keep up with this? Like, what does Gael fit in all of this? You know what I'm saying? Do you have more loyalty to money, or you have more loyalty to your sister, or no loyalty to no one at all? Because what does Gael do? I want to know what she fits. What does she do in all of this? Because considering the fact that she knows that her brother-in-law is a cheat, but she was willing to pay to put his money where his mouth is to keep him quiet. But she doesn't want to hurt her sister's feelings, but she knows her sister's feelings will get hurt anyway. So where does Gael fit in all of this, or trying to pretty much, manipulate things? Probably with what the cousin said last episode. Gael's very manipulative, and she'll only tell you things that she wants you to know, and when she's ready to tell you, all the way until she is, all the way until you don't question it no more. Either way, it's like, that was the end of it. She just kicks around and say, please don't bring that energy. It's my grand opening. And it was just a whole back and forth about, but I was with Flo on reading the girl, because you knew who I was, you knew who my husband was, and you did this in my restaurant. Are you serious right now? So I'm not gonna give her no pass about how, I didn't know that's what happened. Bitch, please, you did. And Marlon knew what to do. And obviously Marlon feel like he can pay his way out of anything. All right, y'all, that's it. That's all I have for tonight. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please stay tuned for my next video. I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.